4 years ago did not spend as much time with memes as they do today. Like Roblox today, it's just memes everywhere. I think there's been a shift, and that also shifted the focus towards people understand that memes can actually be commercialized. There's crypto projects that has used meme either in the brand name or others that could have bought it.
You've reached Toby and Brent. We'll get back to you.
What a week. What a week here in Singapore. We did Token 2049 and now we have F1. Today is the qualifying, so in about 2 hours, hopefully not earlier, that we don't get disturbed. We're going to hear all the race cars passing by here. And then of course tomorrow, the Grand Finale, the big day, the F1 race day. I'm excited. I'm excited to have you here. I'm excited to have meme.com here across the whole week. You guys have been amazing. Meeting, I don't know how many people were here across the couple of days, but I think we passed 500-600 already. And it's just been a journey. So yeah, Mattias, I'm very excited to have you here, co-founder of meme.com. Give me a bit of background. Who are you? What are you doing? And what is meme.com?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having us. It's been a great experience being here. So short background about me. I'm a co-founder of meme.com. Been in the space since 18, doing a few NFT projects before, and we started out in memes and NFTs. We can get back to that later on. What it turns out to become later on, where we are now, is basically we want to build the next Disney of memes, kind of. We believe that children today, they spend more time on learning about memes, they learn about the Mickey Mouse figures and so on. So how does this affect content consumption and how people interact with different things? We believe that there will be a big shift in this, and that's where we come in to create a new type of platform with different products and so on.
I'm very interested. I have to point out the obvious quickly.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, meme's been around, and there's a lot of big meme ecosystems all across, different chains and different narratives, different IPs, and you guys have meme.com. How did this work?
Yeah, that is a funny story. We got it 4 years ago. So in our previous company, we were doing an NFT project. We won the first one on Polygon with that project. And since we were very early on Polygon, we did, a few 100x on whatever people minted on that platform. So that money made it possible for us to buy the domain name. But at the time, the price of our domain name was the same as buying a Bored Ape. So you have tons of people that thought a Bored Ape was a better investment than buying the domain name. I've been trading domain names before, so I thought this is a better option for us to actually build a brand that can be with us for longer.
I'm just surprised that no one bought it before. That no one even thought about buying it before. I mean, yes, the price tag isn't the smallest, but I mean, you're at the end of the day, you're getting meme.com, right? I mean, first of all, a four letter domain name with .com is rare, and meme. I mean, meme is literally around every single place we're going, outside of crypto, inside of crypto. Could have been used for Web 2, for Web 3, for anything.
Yeah, so, I think looking back 4 years ago, now it's obvious, but 4 years ago it was a much smaller community looking at memes. Meme coins were not as big as today. Memes in general, sure you had memes, but it was more like funny stuff. It's nothing that serious. So I think there has been a shift. My kids 4 years ago did not spend as much time with memes as they do today. Like Roblox today, it's just memes everywhere. TikTok, everything. So I think there's been a shift, and that also shifted the focus towards people understand that memes can actually be commercialized. There's more value in it. But there has been many different crypto projects that has used meme either in the brand name or others that could have bought it, and for some reason they choose not to do, and most of those are not around anymore.
I mean, it's for me, meme is really like a culture in itself, right? And I don't know if you guys do this, but for us, it's very common. We use meme almost for a whole conversation, being it short video clips or because it's sometimes so on point on how you feel or you want to express yourself.
Yeah.
It's these Instagram groups where people just share reels and memes all the time, and it just becomes almost like a conversation on its own. So I really like this narrative that you mentioned in the beginning on kind of building let's call it Disney, you mentioned, right? Disney for memes. Because obviously it's going to be very interesting from an IP perspective,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because IP is part of every single person's childhood until they're old, and I want to just understand a little bit more. Also interesting for the audience, like how do you envision this?
I think there is many different building blocks, and I don't know what the future is like. But one idea is that right now people are it's it's not active when you choose what you watch and so on Disney or interact with. They are inventing the characters. They are deciding what kind of movies and things that you can watch or what characters you can buy in the store and so on. With memes, that is much more fluent. So anyone can make up a meme. Anyone can make that trending and so on. And for me or for us, we believe that this will just keep on going. So how a future Disney would look like is probably more interactive. So I think that kids, they expect, like when they are playing Roblox or other things, they have their avatar. They would want that avatar in a movie format or a series format. So they should say like, hey, I want this in a video. I have this collectible figure. I want that in the mix. I have this NFT. I want that in the mix. And then the service should be able to generate content for you, whether that is a series or if that is a movie. I think that is like, if that is 5 years from now, but that is something like more consumer focused individual content based on what you're interested in. And for kids right now, they're always generating these kind of different experiences.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it could be games. It could be
It could be anything, really.
Yeah.
If I understand this correctly, and I think this is really the very crucial part here, right? It's like, as you said, anybody could start a meme, right? And then some will go viral, some might not.
Yeah.
But I think that the interesting piece here is most of the IP is generated by large corporations, right? They come up with like a concept, then they make a movie, a singer group, whatever the hell around it, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's extremely exciting for people if I know that like whatever I might invent or come up with could potentially be then used by a large company to actually, generate content, movies, like short films, like merch, like theme parks. I don't know, right? I mean, there's possibilities, are endless. Resorts. I mean, what does Disney not do, right? They have Disneyland, Disney World. They have resorts. They have merch. They have restaurants. Everything, right? So, because everybody can identify with a character like this, is that like really the bigger vision behind it, that all of this could eventually happen?
Many in the crypto space would say like a meme and meme coin is the same thing, and sure, we are working with meme coins as well, but in long-term format, I think that memes and meme coins that have their IP rights is going to have a stronger position, because if we collaborate with a meme coin that owns the IP rights, we can then do merchandise for them, we can do movies, we could do different games and so on. I think that long term, if you invent a meme, the idea is that we can go out and either you reach out to us or we reach out to you, find a way to collaborate, and whether it's a smaller meme, we could maybe do a few experiences for you and help you with that, and that could be just maybe digital experiences. But then if it grows, then we could look at merch, physical merch, and series and these kind of things. So it depends. Many memes are fairly short-lived. You could still do amazing stuff during that time, but those few that gets long-term popularity, then you could do massive things. What we are doing compared to like, if Disney would like to do this, like, I don't think that meme creators are as interested collaborating with them as they would be with people are like more meme focused. We're trying to do it on the terms of the memes, helping them to grow, basically.
Can I call it almost like a meme incubation environment? Is that far-fetched, or is this kind of...
No, it's that is one way to see it. I think like it's hard to put a name on something that we haven't seen before, right? But I think that's like one way of doing it. Like, we are helping memes in different ways to be successful, whatever they think is successful. Like, if you don't want to have merch, then you don't need to have merch. But I think that there is a good way for memes to be visible. Like, how can you make a meme or a meme coin be long-term viable? Like, just being a coin is probably not like what happens when there is the next crypto winter? Like, how can you keep on getting people excited about your project? I think that having games or having toys or having other things is a way for you to keep on getting people excited about what you're doing. So that's the kind of things that we want to help with.
We've talked that memes are mostly short-lived, but some of them are gonna make it to that critical point, and now like they're everywhere. What do you think is sort of the magic recipe for a meme to kind of be more sustainable, be more long-term, build a stronger community? What is sort of, you know, for anyone that's currently creating a meme, what is the magic recipe?
I don't know the magic recipe. I know like different good bites
Ingredients.
Ingredients that like I think like community is of course one of the most important parts. How you build a community, that depends, like how you launch it and how you find the people. So I think depending on stage you have different more important things. Of course initially it's creating hype to grow your network and so on. When it's big enough, like at some point I think that trying to get the IP rights is, at least from our point of view, important. I heard several people where they knew that if their coin would have had the IP rights, they would have been listed on bigger exchanges, but they couldn't because they didn't have the IP rights. So coins with the IP rights have a bigger chance of getting listed on the big exchanges because that is important for them. Even though it's a meme coin, you can argue it's just for fun. There are still rules. But you can still go very, very far without the IP rights. So, and then building a community. Like I think Troll is one amazing example of where you built the coin and then it grew and then they bought the IP rights. So that is like an interesting way of
The other way around.
Yeah. So it's like the creator obviously had all the access to it, but then didn't choose to do a coin and then someone else did and then they got paid for it. So it's like upside down way of doing things, but yeah, it works.
Depends who's first.
Yeah,
you know? And then also, I want to address sort of the, you know, let's call it dark side of memes, right?
Yeah,
A lot of people say, okay, memes are destroying the industry, meme coins are bad, you know, meme coins are just rugs all the time. How do you view that?
So we have had an option to say like, would we want to create a new pump fund or do we want to build something different? And we have decided that we would not want to focus too much on the short-lived things. Sure, we could potentially do tons of money on that. We are here for the long run. Like we think that the long run is not to make as much money during the bull run as possible. It's more like how can you build a brand that is here in 5 or 10 years. But in general, I think in any market, like there is different parts that is doing different things. I think there's many people who love you could say the gamble of doing pump fun and so on, and it's obviously very popular. So I'm not saying it's bad, but sure, you need to understand why you're doing it and what kind of, like, not putting your life savings on early pump fund coins, right? But we are focusing more on the later stage of this. So like when you see things are actually working, memes or meme coins that are actually working, that is what should be on our platform instead of the early stuff. But I think there's a place for everyone.
Because like memes are coming out everywhere, right? Being it early, late, some is protected, not protected, whatever. But like, why not the early stuff? Because I think it could be a very interesting idea also. You know, if you have kind of like the community, right? You have different channels that anyone has, right? And I think there's a lot of really exciting like memes or meme coins in that sense that just never make it out of the basement because that person is just not as good as distribution, not as good at marketing, but like the IP, the characters would be incredible.
Yeah.
Right?
At some point we'll probably go there as well, but in step one, like we want to build like the bigger picture, since no one have taken, like we are officially licensing memes. For instance, we are launching a blind box similar to the Labubu blind boxes, but with officially licensed memes. When you work with officially licensed memes, they don't like they have some like requirements. You need to be more serious, and so we take the more serious path in step one because we want to make sure that whatever we have on our platform is more serious. Otherwise, they would not license to us. If someone who's less serious want to license, they would have had a no. So step two would then be, how can we make sure the early stuff that we can pick only the more serious things of that? So that is, maybe a step two in our product.
We talked a little bit about what you guys are doing, and obviously we did a short deep dive into like memes and what makes them sustainable, and the dark side of it, which some people claim there is one. Especially, you've been here the whole week in the penthouse, right?
Yep.
You've seen how many people come through, and like kind of you get a sense of community, right? You see some people again, and they already recognize you, and like if you just compare the first day you were here compared to now, like it fully changed, right? You know a lot more people. It's just like everybody knows each other already. Then like new people come into the mix, right?
Yep.
And then like, but it becomes really like almost like a small community here in this penthouse, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what I want to touch on, because in crypto, everybody talks to a community, right? And like everybody claims it's like the most relevant thing that everybody can do. But still, most of the projects look at it very short-sighted, in my opinion, right? It's either done through airdrops or like KOLs or people buy following, whatever it is, right? Because every project that launches after a week has like 150,000 followers on Twitter, right? And then when they launch, they're like, oh my God, why doesn't it work? We have 900,000 followers on Twitter. And it was funny because we're doing a lot of investments. And like in the beginning, the exchanges just wanted data from us. Okay, how many Twitter followers, how many followers in the Discord group, how many people are in the Telegram group, and then we literally had to count messages in order to see how active a community is, to then determine how well a token will do. But I think this is a very flawed concept, right? So how do you view community in Web3, and how do you think this can be improved, or like what's sort of the bottlenecks?
For me, community is, it's of course, if it's Discord or Telegram and so on, like keeping that, like doing stuff, but it's also offering different experiences. So like doing not only one platform, but if you have a game, or like whether that is a Telegram game or if that is some other game, or making sure that you're evolving the community and giving them different things than just like, hey, come here and chat. Like that is one thing. And many, like, as you say, like the reason why people try to hit these milestones is that is what they said initially. And now I think that goals are more like you need to have on-chain activity and stuff like that. I think that is more what the exchanges are looking at. Either way, you can gamify anything, but it's more like making sure that it's actually a real community. I don't know how many have been successful in growing and keeping the community active over time. Many is like prior TD, and then it's like totally dead, or
it drops out, and then
it's for us, it's been like, it's important to actually listen to the community and try to understand what they are looking for, what kind of needs they have. And of course, many of the communities are using memes and stuff like that. But since we are meme.com, it's like memes that is in heart of us. Like trying to understand or discussing memes and stuff like that. There's a lot of people interested in that. So it goes beyond just our brand, but just discussing memes and trying to find what's popular and understanding that. That's like, I think that kind of community will keep on growing, forever, more or less.
Are you guys already getting approached by like a lot of communities and memes and creators at the moment?
Yes, in different ways, like either that want to collaborate. So we have different ways to collaborate with either communities or with meme creators. But it's also like, there is like, you need to be a detective to find, because some meme creators, like well-known memes, that you don't kind of know who's the creator behind it. So you need to be like,
fair point.
You need to have a like detective eye on you, like trying to find. So I think I see in a few years, or maybe like that, we are maybe having bounties on where people try to find the creator, because we would want to find the creator, because it is hard. Some of the older ones, you have image boards and stuff, like it was created 5-10 years ago. The image board doesn't exist. How do you know who's the creator? That is tough, and you can't do stuff unless you actually know the creator. So
why do you think is that? Why do you think there is so much like questions about who the creator is? So much, everybody's anonymous. Why do they don't want to attach a name to it? You think it's
My guess is some of them doesn't even know that their meme went viral. Like, or it's actually the case where we think they created it, but they actually stole it from someone else. So it's like, for them, it's like, I didn't create it, but sure, you thought I did, but I actually stole it from someone else. And the other person thought they stole it from someone. So it's kind of, it's an
hard.
iterative process where you steal 50%, do some changes, and then you do, and who is then the creator? It's not always, if you are a true creator, then it's easier to find. But like, some of these is also, they don't want to connect because they don't want to do this. Like, so that is also another thing. Like, they just want to keep out.
We need like a meme IP registry on a blockchain. So
That would
like,
be nice. That would be nice.
so you can just double check. Okay,
Yeah.
this was passed to these guys,
Yeah,
but it actually belongs to this guy. You know, at the end of the day, for me, it's like, you know, someone put in all this hard work and effort in order to create something that went viral, and then like someone else just takes all the credits for it, right?
Yeah.
And you know, it's obviously happening in multiple different areas of our world, but you know, it would be nice to give it back to the actual creators, either in terms of royalties or in terms of profits or just at least exposure, because you know, there's a lot of money to be made here, of course, but also a lot of stories to be told, right? A lot of people found all sorts of different happiness. Like, I heard one guy who literally said he was at the brink of suicide, and a crypto community of a meme coin through random chats on Discord actually responded and, you know, brought him out of this dark phase. And that's like a very freaking powerful statement. This is no joke. This literally happened. Right, and I mean, might just be a one-time case, whatever. But like,
But that's
like a very powerful thing to do, right? Like that, even like online communities can be this strong, and it's very interesting because even in most meme coin like communities or meme communities, like people stick to each other, right? There's typically no hate messages. There's no bullshit. Of course, you know, if the external people come in not for the community, then maybe, but the people that are all there, they immediately bond. Right, and we saw this in an NFT game. Really nice. If you hold a certain NFT, being it a Bored Ape, you mentioned it before, or whatever other, it's like, oh, I'm also a holder. Oh, you're a holder, right? And then like I think, and that's also what it means. Also access at some point, right? So what I think this could be very interesting is like almost creating like different types of invite clubs, right? Where like you know, more like certain either demographics or people of, you know, certain interests, right? Because you see it, Harry Potter fan club, like whatever it is, you have the same thing. I would love to have, you know, at some point with meme.com, because there's just so much opportunity.
Yeah, and that is like what we see regarding meme coins. It is somewhat like a club coin. Like you want to belong into this environment, and there is a positive vibe. You're like helping each other and so on. So like I definitely agree that is like, it's a good positive space where you like do these kind of things. So our goal is to endorse these kind of environments on our platform. So
just give me a bit of an idea what's coming up for you guys.
We are launching a farming campaign where anyone who has meme coins that are on our platform will be getting points on our meme score, meme points, based if they are diamond handing. So we are helping meme coins to diamond hand their holdings, meaning that increasing the chance of them going up. Anyone who has meme coins should go to our platform and get their points, and then the more they diamond hand, the more points they get, basically. Later on, we will launch this blind box as well. So that is a physical collectible that people are going to have. The long-term vision here is combining these type of experience into what we talked about, like series or digital, like different short movies and so on. We have shown some of these in here in the penthouse. Like right now, we can use AI to create short movies, but it takes a day to do like 40 seconds and stuff like that. But in a year, it will be much longer and so on. The change that AI is moving, like the speed that AI is moving, is amazing. So we believe that in a year we will have much more content, and in 2 years it will be almost movies and so on. That kind of things makes it hopefully more fun to interact with us, and also that we can help other projects to do more fun stuff.
There's actually one very, very good topic you just touched on that I want to go a little bit deeper in before we wrap up, which is AI.
Yep.
Right? AI literally changed the way content is being created, how memes could be created. I mean, I literally can just type it in, like, make me a meme with like XYZ, and in 3 seconds it's perfectly done, and I can make adjustments. So I think that will obviously increase the just magnitude of, you know, content, IP, like short form content, like all sorts of different things that will go into the market. Do you see this as a threat or a benefit?
I think what we are, like, our vision to be Disney for memes would not have been possible 4 years ago or 3 years ago. Without the quick movement forward with AI, then you would have had like a big animation team and so on to be able to create the content, doing stuff. We see this is like, it's so quick, it's super hard to know what's going to work in the future. But like, we have been working with AI since the beginning. My background is in AI. My previous startup was in AI. So have been seeing like where it was with text analysis previously, then just a few years with like the movie with Will Smith. And like, you see Will Smith movie and you're like, that seems like 20 years ago, but it's just a few years ago with the spaghetti. It's like so crazy. So if we can have this change now, what is like the same time frame from Will Smith movie to like in the future? It will be like full-size movies in a few years. Using that, the only thing for us, the important thing is to make sure that we can collaborate with the correct IPs. Then that is going to create these potential formats for movies or games and things like that people want to have. But I also think that the personalization, like, well, it's going from same content for everyone, the same things for everyone, to more personalized. You're trying to do the personalized feed on Facebook and so on. The next step would be doing potentially personalized content for Netflix. It could be personalized games. And I think that requires good AI. So that is maybe not 2 years, but like it will always go towards that. And then IP is more important than the other stuff. So it's a big opportunity, I would say.
I mean, it's also exponential, right?
Yeah.
Like it's exponential. It drives the cost down. Like movies don't need 100,000 people production team anymore, right? Eventually you can just write a script and let it be created and it looks real. So I think so before we wrap up, you know, we have a couple of days left. We have the race today. We have the race tomorrow. We have probably another 200 people that we need to meet, which is awesome. But of course, you know, we're getting the last resources out of our body to make it work. Where can people learn more about you guys? Where can people, you know, find out about meme.com?
Please go to either meme.com. We are also on @meme on X. If you go to meme.com, you also find links to our community. So that's I think that's the best way to start. You will also find our farming campaign that has started on meme.com. So just go there and try it out.
Really appreciate having you here and spending, you know, half an hour with me before we have another 100 people in here.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, and we'll get back to you.